I don't know how it's happening again. Not intentional, but if you see the poodle over there, she's been bossing me around. I wasn't going to start talking about it, but she's been... Oh. Psst. Listen. You gotta stop stealing the show. Wait. See, people are not gonna be wanting to see all this. I don't know how to edit yet, people, so I've tried to do it every time she does something, so forgive, please. Okay, so today I thought we'd talk about my name. What's up with it? What does it mean? If some people have heard of it, many people pronounce it Kaliopi. It's Greek. It actually exists in the English language as Kaliopi. It is an actual name. And but I pronounce it Kaliopi because it's a bit closer to the Greek version, Kaliopi. But that sounds kind of hard for most people, so you just sort of pronounce the syllables of it all. And Kaliopi was the goddess of music and epic poetry. So in ancient Greece, you had the 9 muses. You may or may not have heard of them. They are the goddesses of inspiration and the arts. Oh, lovely. And Kaliopi is the oldest of these 9 goddesses. They're all sisters. And the name itself, if you break it down into Kali and Opi, Kalos is like beauty. So, and Opi can mean a few things. It makes most sense that it's voice, so beautiful voice, because she's also bestows the gift of eloquence upon princes and kings when they're born. I don't know if she bestowed eloquence on me, but I'm aspiring to it. And back to what I'm saying. Oh yeah, Kaliopi. And Opi could also be like op, eyes, optometry. So beautiful eyes, or opsi, which is profile, so beautiful face. So, I mean, who's gonna say no to a name like that? I'm gonna keep it. Interestingly enough, my parents didn't know any of this when they named me. My parents named me the way Greek people name their kids in general. So you name them after the grandparents. Usually you start with the paternal side. So I am named after my dad's mom, my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. And they didn't know this. So I'm born and raised here in Canada, and I went to Greek school. And right around grade 4 is where my teacher taught me and told me, hey, you know what your name means? And I was like, there's no, oh my God. So I go home, I tell my mother, Ma, did you know my name? I'm a goddess, this. My mother doesn't believe me. This is the funny part. She's like, Kaliopi, you better stop lying. I'm gonna come to your teacher. I go, well, you just do that. You come. Indeed, she came. She really thought I was lying. It was not like me to lie, that's the other thing. And so she came to see why I'm making up this bizarre story to my teacher. And lo and behold, she learned the truth. And of course, thereafter, both parents introduced me. Oh, this is our daughter, Kaliopi. Do you know what her name means? Oh, she's a goddess. So I love saying that story because it's true. And because when I do share what it, I do get asked, what does it mean? And when I explain, they're like, oh, how beautiful. Oh, your parents, they that they were trying to pick a name that they felt suited me. And it had nothing to do with that. The other thing I was going to say is, my last name. Last name is Nikitas. And Nikitas is really mostly a common first name, even in Greek. And it means Nikitis, a victor, someone who has won a victory. And it's where Nike, the shoes, come from. Nike is the goddess of victory. That's why she's in flight. And where Nike gets its name from Nike. So I think that's, another cool part. So I'm all about victory and beautiful poetry and the arts and ancient history. And so, epic poetry means the Odyssey, the Iliad. So Kaliopi would have been the one that inspired Homer, to write all that. And my father and half of my heritage is from the island of Chios, where Homer is purported to have been born. Definitely he lived there for many years and told his Odyssey stories. Many islands claim his, I'm not sure if it's his birth, but definitely he was on an Odyssey himself. He was traveling around as an orator saying his stuff. So I think it's just some cool history. Okay, I'm just looking at the time, make sure I don't bore you guys. I will add 1/3 comedic part. It's not comedic, it's just the truth. So I have a middle name. I don't really go by it too much. Lucy, don't worry, we have lunch in a moment. Wait. And it's Barbara. So it sounds so out of keeping or out of, Kaliopi, Nikitas is so very Greek. And Barbara, it's like, Barbara, what? Barb. In Greek, it's Varavara. So it does sound quite different. But the story is my godmother, the night before she was to baptize me, had a dream and dreamt of Saint Barbara. And she felt that was a sign that I meant to be named after Barbara. And so my parents did give me actually both names. And, in school and stuff, there's the odd time where sometimes I'd include it, sometimes no. And of course, when people would see my name, they'd be like, avoid the Kaliopi one, because it's like, I don't say that. They'd be like, Barbara. And of course, I'd never respond because I'm not used to it. But yeah, just thought I'd share all that because, I don't know, why not? Okay, I'm getting the stink eye here. From the poodle that's hungry, Lucy. Oh, and Lucy is named after Lucille Ball, because I used to watch the show I Love Lucy all the time. And Lucy was meant to be a red-headed dog, just like Lucille Ball. But when I went to see the breeder about, yeah, I'm talking about you, about the red-headed dog that was gonna be born. This one was already alive. She was so cute. There were 4 of them, 4 little sisters, all black. And she was about literally this big. Like, I should just walk. I picked it up. I take this one. I take this one. Yeah, Lucy, that's how you ended up with your name and the 2 of us wearing black and the unique noses together. Eh? There we go. See? They say people's dogs look like their owner or vice versa. So I think we have a little bit, commonality. Okay, enough prattling on. Share your story if you have an interesting one about your name or a boring one.